Racism in the NHS. Now, if you're a doctor from a BAME background, you know your experience of working in the NHS is very different to that of a white doctor. Now, some of the more subtle things are the way that people will speak to you whilst you're a doctor, the attitude that they have towards you. But one of the most significant things is when a white doctor makes a mistake, it's a learning opportunity. But when an Asian or a black doctor makes a mistake, they end up with significant events. And you can just look at the stats. The number of BAME doctors who disproportionately are taken to a GMC investigation in comparison to white doctors. Now, it's even worse for international medical graduates because usually you will find that they're on rotas that are non-compliant. They will often have their competency questioned and they will have things done to them that no other doctor would accept. For example, having annual leave cancelled on last minute notice. But they won't say anything because obviously they don't want to cause a fuss. Now, it's a systemic problem, racism in the NHS. All you have to do is look at the NHS trusts and who sits on the executive body. It tends to be majority white people and it doesn't reflect the people who work within the NHS. And not much has changed. 20 to 30 years ago, BAME doctors were talking about the kind of abuse they receive on hospital wards. But nowadays, it's still very similar. You can see some of our previous videos, people commenting about being called a foreigner, having the competency questions, and this is very common, and people will not speak up about it. Share your story. Have you suffered racism in the NHS? And let's have a discussion about this.